Hello, this is Mr. Huff, and let's look at making a couple of charts. So what I would like you to do is collect the data for your different cams using the measurements as I described in the assignment. But we're going to use Google Sheets to analyze this data and generate some graphs. So you should have collected angle of rotation in degrees, the height of the top of the follower, and the height of the bottom of the follower. One of the things that is that we can kind of mess around with here is if I select this row 1, I want these to be wrapped. So I want them to fit all in the cell so I can read them. So I'm going to select the first row, choose Format, scroll down to Text Wrapping, and instead of Overflow, I'm going to use Wrap right here. And what that does is it wraps the text in there. Another thing I want to do is select all of these cells, and I want to make those stand out a little bit, so I'm going to use borders right here. So I click on border and all borders. Alright, so now I have a nice clean data table. Just for grins, I'm going to select the column headings and make those bold. So what you should have done is you should have gone through the rotation, increasing the angle by 15 degrees. You should have measured each point as you went, and then at the top of the follower and at the bottom of the follower. All right. So what we're going to do now is make a graph from this. So let's see if this works. I'm going to click inside my data table, choose Insert, and I'm going to click Chart, and it guesses that I want a scatter plot. And in Excel, that's what I would want, but in Google Sheets, we want to choose line. And then we get this line graph, but I also want to be able to see the measurement points. So I'm going to go over here to Customize, and I'm going to see the word Series. And then in Series, right now it has point size set to none, and it's a circle. So we can choose, instead of none, let's choose 7. And now you can see the graph as it should look. So I want this line, I want the dots. Alright, so once you have that customized, you can close that and turn it off. Okay, the next one we want to do is going to be, I'm going to move this over a bit. The next one we want to do is just the angle of rotation and the height of the follower at the bottom. So I'm going to select this data. I'm going to copy that, go down here below it, paste it right here, and then I'm going to, let's select this last column. I'm going to do cut and paste. Alright, so this is all I want to see is the angle of rotation and the height at the bottom for this next chart. So now we're going to be inside the data table. I'm going to choose Insert, Chart, and it's guessing that I want a scatter plot, which isn't a bad guess, but that's not what I want. I'm going to go select the chart type, and you need to scroll down toward the bottom, and we're looking for the one in the group called Other, called a radar chart. And when you click on that, you should get a chart that looks like this. So if you look at this a little bit, I like how this looks. It picks up that this is the degrees around the side and the distance as the degrees changes. I don't like this line, so we're going to go to Customize, go to Series, choose the line thickness, and make it, I don't know, let's look at 4. 4 point looks great. Alright, so now I can see, according to this data, the shape of the cam in general to produce this kind of a line graph. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger so you can see that it's kind of curved at the start, and then we have a steady up and down, and then it starts over again. And that's what this shape would produce. Alright, so that's what you're going to do. So let's see, let's look at the sheets down here. So what I would like you to do is change the sheet name to the kind of cam it is. Let's say you did the snail cam first. and do that one, and put your data tables, these two, and the two graphs on here just like this. Then you're going to use the plus to add another sheet, and then you would do your pair cam, and on like that until you have one sheet for all four. And once you have that, then I'll give you some more instructions after this. Thanks!